people from killing all these people. You want a high five?
You know what, Quinn? I do. Up high.
Wake up to reality.
This demonstration used just 5 ounces of my latest toxin. Tomorrow, this will seem like child's play.
Now, hear me out. I don't think he was lying. It has quickly become common knowledge that everybody and their mother and their grandmother and their brother and their lover hates the direction that they took this new Suicide Squad game. But what if I were to tell you that not everything is as it seems, and Rocksteady may have just pulled off the coldest plot twist of all time? Scarecrow, the final villain of the Arkham series, one who we originally thought was over with when he caught that left hook by Jim Gordon. But I no longer think this is the case anymore. I think this was all a part of the plan of the Freddy Krueger archetype to take over Batman, take over Gotham, and then expand to Metropolis. So basically, everybody in Suicide Squad is on that shit. And I believe there are 2 ways this could have happened. Let us take a brief look at Batman and Scarecrow's rivalry over the years. We know that Jonathan developed this fear toxin that when applied to a victim alters their mind drastically, making all of their greatest fears and phobias come to a reality, and almost 100% drives the victim into insanity. The nature of this toxin when you're on it is that you have no real way to tell the difference of what's real and what's not. And we see this firsthand with Batman's experience. But let us count each time Batman has actually gone through these trips. In Asylum, he got hit with it 1 time in the elevator, 2 times before Zsasz, and then 3 times before Croc. And on that 3rd time, he got injected with the toxin 2 more times. So that's 5 times in Arkham Asylum alone with no cure. In Arkham City, Scarecrow is not there, but he does have a couple of hallucinations. But we can just excuse this as being a near-death experience. In Arkham Knight, it gets real for Batman once again. He literally spends the entire night saving Gotham while being high on that toxin. In Arkham Knight, he got hit with it here, 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 and here. That's a total of 10 fucking times he got hit with that poison in the Arkham series.
You've ingested enough toxins to drive 10 men insane. What are you?
Now, what they want you to believe is that, oh, Batman has conquered his fears in his mind. He is so mentally untouchable that he has built his own sort of immuneness to fear and the toxin. But is that really the case? If we observe the patterns of Batman's trips, we can easily notice that every new session is more creative and more scary than the last one. It's almost as the fear toxin has a mind of its own and adapts to what Batman has already learned and seen before to come up with a more devastating fear. There are many ways to torture a soul, and not all of those ways consist of straightforward madness. Did Batman really conquer his fear? Or did he never recover from it? Did he really beat Scarecrow in the end? Did he really save everybody in Gotham? Did he really even survive this shit? Bruce could have been dead a long time ago, or somewhere else in his own head thinking that he won, while Scarecrow actually destroyed Gotham in reality and moved on to Metropolis. We even know from Arkham Knight that his plans was to take over the East Coast.
But more than that, we're about to turn Gotham into the epicenter of a plague that will transform the entire eastern coast of America into my domain.
Let's take a look at the first movie of Scarecrow's #1 idol, Freddy Krueger.
Welcome to your nightmare, bitch!
In Terry's very first appearance, he tricked the main characters, making them believe that because of their bravery and persistence, they was able to make it out of this darkness in the end. But it was all a lie. And then he ended up doing the same trick once again in this other movie. Scarecrow, our clearly inspired antagonist, definitely took way more from his playbook than just stylish nails. If Scarecrow could use fear to take over the mind of Batman, he can do the same to the Justice League, and he can definitely do the same to the Suicide Squad. Because looking at this game, nothing really even makes sense. Everything is so inconsistent that it has to have been created by someone's corrupted imagination. They are not fighting the Justice League here. They are fighting optical illusions. Let's take a look at the final Nightfall Protocol scene in Arkham Knight. We see another dumbass family getting robbed because they decide to walk down an alley until Batman comes and saves them. And he uses his brand new fear gas to do so. But here's the problem with that. We know that there are two ways to inject somebody with this fear toxin. You either spread it as a gas or you inject it into them directly. And when Batman encounters these thugs, he is all the way up there on top of that building. So the only way for them to be seeing this illusion of the demonic bat is if he spreaded the toxin as a gas. But that would have meant that these innocent people that they was robbing would have got hit with it too. Batman just put a whole loving family into Arkham Asylum because as we seen before, you do not recover once you get hit by this gas. And we know that Batman is a smart man. This couldn't have possibly just been a mistake. Yes, this was definitely done on purpose because we've seen in the series that Batman not only has the potential to lose his mind to insanity, he also has the potential to lose his mind to evil and corruption. Scarecrow could have done what the Joker was desperately trying to do. This is really a scary time to be an Arkham fan. A time where we don't know what's real and what to believe. And it's always a sad day to see our heroes fall. Batman, a superhero who I grew up with since Arkham Asylum, failed to the villains after all of the work that he put in, after all of the trials and tribulations, still wasn't victorious in the end. But in these dark times, it's best not to dwell on how he died or any of his shortcomings, but it's better to focus on how he lived and what he represented. His courageousness, his resilience, his discipline. These are all the essence of Batman. It's not about who won or who lost or what happened in the end. It's about setting an example for everybody else to follow. Batman, in a way, has been a parent to many, so we must honor his name by adopting his principles. We will not let fear or pretentiousness or bullshit dominate the ways of living. Batman will never die because we will become the Bat. And do you want to know how you become the Bat? You play Arkham Asylum.